This is the 17.9-inch portable DVD player from PJGCWB. And it's a good thing they had the company name scrawled across the screen, because I would never remember that. DVDs in 2025? Well, yeah, especially if you're like me and we're an early adopter and have extensive libraries and can't bear to get rid of them, even though your wife has been telling you to for years and years and years and years. If you have a DVD library, you're not worried about subscriptions. You don't care what service has what movie. You don't care who's in control of the government, because somebody's always upset about something. Even if you don't have a DVD library, they are practically free at garage sales or pawn shops or Goodwill or Black Friday sales. You can't give these things away. But even if practically free is out of your budget, your library probably has some free to borrow. And unlike most phone games, seriously, no internet is required. It's not actually 17.9 inches. The visible part of the screen that changes is 15.6 inches, but that's plenty. The screen swivels to just about any angle you need, but I do worry about flexing it too much. There is a rechargeable battery that lasts between 4 and 6 hours. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's enough to get through most movies, unless you're talking about like director's cuts for Lord of the Rings. There are two tiny 1.5 watt speakers here and here, but they sound terrible. You will want to wear headphones. This device plays just about every video format that exists, DVD or CD, not Blu-ray, not HD DVD, and not Laserdisc. But other than that, just everything. The controls are large and well labeled. I did have trouble finding the play pause button because I was looking for one with the triangle and the parallel lines, but no, it's over here labeled play pause. The screen resolution is 1280 by 800, which isn't exactly full HD, but for a screen this size, it's good enough. All of my movies are the North American region, but this is a region-free player, and it even supports NTSC or PAL if you use an external display. They do include a remote control, but for the most part, everything you can do here, you can do on the main unit. One exception is this button labeled title. That enables you to program the discs to play in whatever order you want it to. Like play chapter 2 first, and then play chapter 3, then go back and play chapter 1, and then 7, whatever. Would you ever do that? I don't know, but you can, and it's only available on this remote as far as I can tell. The main problem I found with actually using the remote control is I think the IR sensor is right here, and that is so inconvenient. You want to point the remote at the screen, but you have to point it down at the base. Otherwise, it just won't get recognized. Like I said before, headphones are required for the best sound, but even with headphones, it won't be that loud, and they must be wired headphones because Bluetooth aren't supported. There is a setup menu that allows you to make slight changes to the audio and visual experience. What I found is that picture mode largely controls the brightness of the screen, and there's also a temperature setting. Optimal, I thought, was the best experience. Temperature setting really didn't seem to make any difference at all. Also, I found if you're listening to headphones, if you switch from 5.1 sound to stereo, it increases the volume a little bit. Subtitles kind of appear for no reason sometimes, and I'm not sure why. Typically, they'll default to English, but I was watching The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, and that just started giving me Korean subtitles. You can turn them off. It's not a big deal. In fact, there's a big button right on the front that allows you to turn subtitles off, but it's just kind of strange. They include an AC adapter. You can use this to power the unit or to recharge the battery. They also include one of these to use in your car. And I don't know about you, but my car doesn't even have one of these anymore. I would love it if they would have included a USB adapter instead. Just because I have a DVD library doesn't mean I still have TVs that use these RCA connectors. Why is there no HDMI option? The screen that they use is a little outdated. It's highly reflective. The colors are somewhat washed out, and you don't get a true level of black. But it's kind of good enough. You can't play movies or music off USB or SD cards, but you are limited to 32 gigabytes. I tried a 64 gigabyte capacity card and it was painfully slow. I'm talking minutes between tracks, and nobody wants that. Once I switched to a 32 gigabyte card, life was much smoother. I wouldn't say the interface is fantastic, but it works. This is bulky and it is thick, but it's pretty lightweight. If you are bringing a bunch of media with you, I imagine the movies will weigh more than the DVD player. I'm going to give the PJGCWB a 3 out of 5 stars. This works, it works fine. It does everything it says it'll do. But there have been so many advances in technology in the areas of screen, Bluetooth, HDMI, USB charging options, just little things that could be done to make version 2 of this a fantastic product. Until then, 3 out of 5 stars. Thanks for stopping by.